Hi, my name is Silas. I use he, him pronouns.
I'm Cal. I use Faye Fair.
And this is Scissors. She uses she, her pronouns.
She's probably going to be showing up because we can't shut her out.
And we are QPSJ. We are a nonprofit that works with queer youth and also hoping to expand to queers of all ages in an artistic context to help provide a space for free, safe, and comfortable expression.
Yeah, we run in the greater Pittsburgh area. Most of y'all are probably from here. And for those of you who aren't, hi.
And so we are running this benefit concert today for the Big Idea Bookstore.
So the Big Idea Bookstore is an anarchist bookstore and community space in Pittsburgh. They do a lot of really great work. They have a lot of really good events there, and they've been letting us use their space to host our in-person events, basically since we started our organization a couple of years ago. For the past year, of course, COVID-19 has been a problem. We haven't been able to host in-person events, but they've been really, really great to us, and we want to give back to them currently with everything going on. Most of the money, as far as I understand it, is going to be used to pay rent and just try and keep afloat in this sort of really uncertain and scary time. Yeah.
So if you ever feel inclined during our performances, the donate link is right in the description, and it'll be dropped in the chat occasionally, and we'll also be updating with the amount of money that we've acquired for the Big Idea. We don't have a specific goal, but just as much as you can give. We really love these guys, and we really want to help them out.
Yeah, no pressure to donate to watch, but we do suggest a $5 donation just for being here and spending your time with us, and thanking all of these lovely performers for donating their time and energy and their wonderful work.
Absolutely. And so our first performer is going to be Fox Auslander, who's going to read some poetry. We hope y'all enjoy.
Hello, my name is Fox Auslander. I'm a non-binary poet from Philadelphia. I came up to Pittsburgh just before the start of the pandemic lockdowns in February 2020, and some friends showed me to the Queer Punk Slam Junk event, and I had a lot of fun, was shown a lot of love, and I'm really excited to read to you all this little 5-poem set. I hope you enjoy. This first poem is called Waves. It's about a codependent relationship I was in back in 2016. Recently gave it a cosmetic touch-up. That means nothing to you all. Anyway, here we go. Today, I become liquid noise, and my wet coughs catch on the wetness outside of me. It is tangible. It is disconcerting. The warm, slow movements of my body work in tandem with the current, with your hands that fill the space above my head. Sometimes I don't want this closeness. Sometimes it is frightening for our heartbeats to pulse through the same slow-moving waves, greeting each other with half-sentience, perhaps horrifyingly, with understanding. In this place, you say, there exists no division between you and me. Maybe, you tell me, just maybe we are a single mass with limbs waterlogged, and this gravity turns the world, our arteries the branches or fins of this world blood. I wonder if jellyfish, with their no hearts in the first place, could ever begin to explain things to me now. We watch them move in quiet no purpose and trail their stinging curtains across one another's backs. And my next poem is called Entomophilia. It's a love poem, but it does include elements of body horror and also mentions of insects. I find that content warnings tend to sound a lot heavier than they are, but regardless, make sure you're taking care of yourself. There are bugs under my skin, and maybe they found my eyelids too. It's too much to ask and even more to wonder. When you're near, I feel them crawling, legs scuttling along my arms, insides and out. Soon they'll pull in my stomach, pupate till butterflies beat wings against my throat. Tiny twitches make me wonder if you might love me, you know? Make me wonder about yesterday and tomorrow and why now, little beetle baby, feelers long and wispy? What made you walk across my window now? And then I have yet another emo love poem. Most of these have appeared in various journals. This one, unfortunately, is being shut down, so hopefully I will find a little place to rehome it soon, but that is neither here nor there. And this one is called Desiderium. Meet me again someday in Iowa. I don't think there's a space for us to rot quite yet within West Philly walls. What I mean is that no childhood trauma engenders writers that are not poets. So you still remember San Antonio? Our limbs twisting long and stupid between a tattered comforter or bringing you breakfast to ache your teeth. I wonder if this will be the first time you'll get to taste that cool satisfaction of leaving someone first, maybe processed in pink and purple print or stamped across with a graduate school acceptance. I can only hope that years from now we find ourselves stranded in some mirror maze or drowning on the same girl's porch step, flooded with too many words and not enough left to strive towards. Thank you. I say to myself sitting in my little office. I have two more for you all. I'm going to take a little water break. Stay hydrated, kids. This one is a thinly veiled Homestuck poem, which people either tend to like more or a lot less after I tell them that. I'm hoping this is the audience that enjoys that more. It is called Strider. Boy Icarus peers through sunglasses and pours a cup of salt water. He drinks it, draining him, and relishes in this. Boy Icarus does not fear the Grecian sun. Boy Icarus does not fear the ocean. Boy Icarus has not said a word to Daedalus today, but only because he has headphones on. Icarus idly wonders what it would be like to plunge off the rooftop backwards, spiraling into the stagnant air. With each spiral, he might notice that the maze of the city is not nearly as intimidating as the maze that lines the living room floor, that Daedalus's hands are not nearly as sharp as his actions, that a son does not always have to bleed for the sins of the source. Icarus idly wonders what it would be like to shove his father off the rooftop backwards, spiraling into the stagnant air. Daedalus finds Icarus hours later, affixing strings in silence to the wings upon his back. Daedalus breathes that the king is long since dead. Just as well, Icarus supposes, as he tips forward into sky. He tears through back-attached strings, falls through time, regards a body hitting the ocean in reverse, and then flies. That's right. Alright, and I have one more for you all. Thank you for being a patient and kind virtual audience, and I hope to attend the concert itself with you all in the near future. This final poem is called A Terrifying Line from my Duolingo Spanish lesson. It's exactly what it says on the tin. The first line is said line, and I will read it for you now. The owls learned English a long time ago. We don't know who taught them, or why, or when. They say they taught themselves. They say they've always known. They say, what English? They laugh, a private joke. One or two have spoken to me once or twice. When I've asked the age-old question, they've murmured, you watched us for our wisdom, we watched you for your words. Never anything more or less. Unsurprisingly, or so it seems to me, they remain wood-watchers, night gliders. They mock Apollo, praise Artemis in the meat that slides past their beaks. stay hunters, stay wild, they wait. And yeah, again, thank you all so much for this space, and thank you to Big Idea Bookstore for helping to host the Queer Punk Slam Junk readings. If you want to keep in contact with me or keep up with my various shitposty poems, you can follow me on Twitter at circumgender, and I hope to see.
Okay, thank you so much. Once again, our donation link is in the description. We'll drop it in the chat. Our performances are going really great today. Next up is going to be Sam, who is going to perform some music.
Hey guys, I'm Sam. My pronouns are they, them, just so you know. I am here to perform some covers because I don't write songs. So, the first one I have is Ship to Wreck by Florence and the Machine. It's one of the first songs I ever heard by her, and it's very good. So, yeah. Enjoy. Don't touch the sleeping pills, they mess with my head. Dredging the great white sharks, swimming in the bed. Here comes a killer whale to sing me to sleep. Brushing the covers off, has me by its teeth. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I said? I can't help but pull the earth around me to make my bed. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I did? Did I drink too much? Am I losing touch? Did I build a ship to wreck? To wreck, to wreck, to wreck. Did I build this ship to wreck? What's with the long face? Do you want more? Thousands of red-eyed mice scratching at the door. Don't let the curtain catch you, 'cause you've been here before. The chair is an island, darling. You can't touch the floor. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I said? I can't help but pull the earth around me to make my bed. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I did? Did I drink too much? Am I losing touch? Did I build a ship to wreck? To wreck, to wreck, to wreck. Did I build this ship to wreck? Good God, under starless skies we are lost, and into the breach we got tossed, and the water's coming in fast. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I said? I can't help but pull the earth around me to make my bed. And now, my love, remind me, what was it that I did? Did I drink too much? Am I losing touch? Did I build a ship to wreck? To wreck, to wreck, to wreck. Did I build this ship to wreck? To wreck, to wreck, to wreck. Did that song. A little rough on the vocal cords. But it's very good. Okay, so the next song that I have is Cough Syrup by Young the Giant. Which, you know, kind of a classic. Very good song. I like it a lot. And I heard someone playing it on TikTok recently on guitar. And for sure was like, I have to do this now. So here I am. Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. I'm losing my mind, losing control. These fishes in the sea, they're staring at me. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. A wet world aches for the beat of a drum. Whoa, oh. If I could find a way to see this straight, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. I'm waiting for this cough syrup to come down. Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. I'm coming up now out of the blue. Oh. These zombies in the park, they're looking for my heart. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. A dark world aches for a splash of the sun. Whoa. If I could find a way to see this straight, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. And so I run to the things they said could restore me, restore life the way it should be. I'm waiting for this cough syrup to come down. Life's too short to even care at all. Whoa. I'm losing my mind, losing control. If I could find a way to see this straight, I'd run away to some fortune that I should have found by now. And so I run to the things they said could restore me, restore life the way it should be. I'm waiting for this cough syrup to come down. One more spoon of cough syrup now. Whoa. One more spoon of cough syrup now. Whoa. It's a good song. I enjoy it. Easy on the vocal cords, so I guess I put these in the right order. So this last one is one of my favorite songs. I heard it on TikTok. Like, I don't know when it was written, but like a long time ago. And I love it a lot. It's very good. It's Sweet Hibiscus Tea by Penelope Scott. Here's the thing, I can't do anything right. Try as I absolutely, totally might. The bones are melting, the skeleton is ash. The clavicle detaches and falls with a deafening crash. And I am not your protagonist, I'm not even my own. I don't know anything, I don't even know what I don't know. And if you look outside, you'll see disintegrating trees. The artificial way the sunlight bounces off the waxy leaves. My heart catches on every thorn, you're already halfway out the door. And I have never looked so old, and I have never been so cold. And it is 85 degrees. I don't know what I need. There's lukewarm herbal mango, sweet hibiscus tea on the hot garbage pile in which I fucking sleep. The walls are empty, it's so ugly I could burn the whole place down. It wouldn't catch, cause all the posters are on their way to my hometown. And I am not your protagonist, I'm not even my own. I don't know anything, I don't even know what I don't know. And if you look outside, you'll see disintegrating trees. The artificial way the sunlight bounces off the glitching leaves. My wet heart catches on every thorn, you're already halfway out the door. And I'm so tiny and so old, and God, it's never been so cold. And it is 85 degrees. I don't know what I need. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and for having me. See ya.
That was another great performance. Next up, we have Charles Russell Price, who was kind enough to join us here today. If you feel so inclined, if you're enjoying our performances, the donate button is in the description. Once again, we want to thank you all for coming and supporting us. We know that it's a weird time, and virtual events are not nearly as fun as in-person ones, but we hope everyone's enjoying themselves.
Hey, what's poppin'? It's Russell Price from Chicago. Thank you for having me, Silas. I'm just going to read one poem. It's a bit of a longer one. I'm working on ballads for the next book, so this is one of the first ones I wrote for it. Trigger warnings, everything. It's rooted in, at the start of the pandemic, I just went down a rabbit hole of looking at genealogy and ancestry.com, which is usually a free resource through your library. So if you got a library card, check it out. Fetch the bolt cutters. 7 kids and dead at 23. Benjamin Franklin Russell Price, you started some mess. I only found you because I was lonely and had nowhere to go and no money to do anything with. The dark woods have been replaced with the dark web. Having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. You probably had one book, and we know what that was. What is in us that makes us start back south and end up in a flyover state? We always saddle back in Virginia. Next door, they discovered Mountain Dew, and every October since, we've walked down Main Street, sweet breath hands begging for some Pepsi Cola signed relief. Yesterday, in a city that wasn't here when you were, in an A-line maxi skirt Mary Sturgill would have loved and been hung for, I thought about all the evil in our family. I've been trying to measure my pain against y'all's. John James had 16 kids in 20 years. We never all seem to make it. You, Benjamin Franklin Russell Price, were dead at 23, but nowhere says what of. Now our people can read and write, but they don't. Our family has always lived with something scratching in the walls. I'm writing about you in the heat of another preventable disaster. A friend who comes to me through a trauma machine used a website and found an entire family she never knew of. Maybe I'm wanting some tragic secret to be resolved. Maybe I'm just tired of our poverty line. Get this shit. I saw your census, the taker's cursive CA on survivor of the Confederate or Union Army. I hope you're fucking burning in hell, traitor. At our community's last reenactment of the North's invasion of our homeland, this dumb shit punk kid next to me asked his dumb shit mom if the South wins this year. I should practice empathy, but I'm tired of our southernness always being both a caricature and a blistering truth. We've probably always been acceptable white trash wherever we've been. I guess you'd be proud of some parts of this family. I hope I'm pissing you off. I spend all day trying to get y'all to see how we got where we are. All the bastards in this family will get their due. Maybe I'm wrong about Mary Sturgill loving this dress. Maybe I'm wrong about assuming your transphobia. Maybe everything isn't completely fucked. In an imagined seance, all y'all look up at me from below and regret your transactions and acknowledge that you were too poor to enslave people during your time and beg for my forgiveness for your complacency and say you love my eye makeup and you weep enough Confederate-funded salt to warrant a historical marker. And when I look down to you with my amazing eye makeup, I say, after all this time, you'd be tickled shitless to know that one good old boy still loves the CSA. More members of our clan will be joining you momentarily. I say to my dead fuckhead relatives across time and space, I am the product of your nightmares. All suffering is suffering. We can have green thumbs and problematic politics. We know hunger like a sibling. Everyone around us is always dying, it seems. That we can agree on. When my grandmother was dying, I lied and said I'd finished a happy book about the apocalypse. I had my mama show her deathbed written in my chapbook. Tonight we fuck the trailer park out of each other in capital letters across the cover. My mama said it's a happy book on the apocalypse. Nanny was blind with pain meds and said, how pretty, what a nice cover, Russell would be proud. Even if you think you died with a secret, it takes two to keep it. Did they fucking rhyme in your time? One dude on our tree lived to be 91. Why though? With a name like Ezekiel, he had to be queer and beautiful. How far we are from all of you, and still we're tilling stolen land with bad teeth and weak hearts. The night I made myself a bridegroom to the doomsday, I took my dead grandfather's name. All the rotted limbs branch out like an acceptable eyesore. I'm taking everything back. I think it's safe to assume two things. One, y'all would love Fiona Apple and Amy Winehouse. And two, the family line dies with me. Peace out.
All right, once again, thank you so much for that wonderful performance. And as always, donation link is down below. Donation link is sometimes in the chat. I hope that everyone's having a great time today. Next up is going to be Wonderschlub, who is going to perform some music, including a new original.
We hope y'all have a good time.
Hello. I'm Maggie, and this song is called Shemus 2020. Someday I will have heard that you died. I'll remain calm and I will not be surprised. After that day you'll stop sending me letters, and after that I'll meet you in Gehenna. And I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Yeah, I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Yeah, I don't wish death upon you, but I'm glad to have a break until I meet you in the valley of Gehenna. I pretended to be an old lady on the phone, and I said my name is Nora and that I am from New York. You believed me and apologized, and then you stopped calling. That's the last eager voice I have to hear until I sleep my greatest sleep. And then I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Yeah, I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. guess you must have lied. But I'll be scared of you just showing up at my house until I know you died. Sometimes I still get asked if we're related. I always say no, or I say we might be cousins, because everyone here knows you, because I'm at your old apartment, and I suppose that I've been cursed with the desire to be an anthropologist. But is that anyone's fault? And I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Yeah, I'll meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Yeah, I don't wish death upon you, but I'm glad to have a break until I meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Upon you, but I'm glad to have a break until I meet you in the valley of Gehenna. Neat. I did not write this next one. It is it's a song by Nana Grizzle, and it's called Explained Away. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put a capo in for this. Someone told a story about a man who lived through hell and stumbled orphaned to his home to find the servants living well, and how they welcomed him like family as they plotted out some deed to kill him and sleep and stay to satisfy their greed. I thought I'm gonna start that over. And I'm not going to delete that take. Someone told a story about a man who lived through hell and stumbled orphaned to his home to find the servants living well, and how they welcomed him like family as they plotted out some deed to kill him and sleep and stay to satisfy their greed. I thought of whose story gets remembered in the end, and through how many careful tellings does one practice their defense. Some nuances the narrator selectively omits, for one's collective memory is destined to forget, and we make decisions that account for the worlds that we live in. We make explanations that amount to the ones we envision. And it isn't just the horror of the way he killed those kids, but the way the tale was told explains away the deed he did. You know that everybody needs a place to live. You show your willfulness to ignorance with the counsel that you give. The testimonial performances belie the lives you've lived. Another actor on the podium feels slighted by the way an abstraction's been amended on some broken bygone days. Yeah, but these politics have victims. They get fair in the space between the weight of great ideals and the narratives they face. Wasn't you there with the handgun, but your fax machine and pen, your personal computer and your business acumen appeal to a notion that we all deserve what we can reach for. That what sits in your sight is a God-given right, yes, in spite of the slights you can't speak for. To see its fairness as a function of the rules that you can't bend. Seeks my glasses keep almost falling off of my face. And I am nervous to play this next one because I finished the lyrics for it like maybe half an hour ago. And so it's unpolished. But yeah, I don't have a name for it yet. Here we go. Daydream about telling Father you're not coming home, about hiding and stowing away on a boat. We could learn to get less afraid of the ocean, tie knots and sing songs and be miserable anywhere else. Share all your stories, fantastical, wondrous, preposterous tales of some land long forgotten, with wine in the rivers and fish jumping out at your feet. Everyone lives forever, there's no one to answer to. Libertatia, Cockado, Great Candy Mountain, Arcadia, Shangri-La, Loverlands, and our reach. I'd sail forever if I didn't know better. I'd look for the land without changing the weather. I'm more than happy to slide my life off to the sea. The promise of paradise is a powerful thing. Remember the seaweed that grows underwater. It's tangling ropes reaching up to the sun, which it sees just as we do, but shimmering dimmer and rooted in sand, sucking up all the nutrients it can get. Look at your hands and look down at your body parts, broken and mended, beautifully tended. Your mother is proud, not as proud as you should be. Your father's not absent, but he might as well be. It's not all that hard, but it gets a bit lonely, and maybe it should be. How else will I learn anything? Oh, Libertatia, Cockado, Great Candy Mountain, Arcadia, Shangri-La, Loverlands, and our reach. If we all work together, we can build them ourselves with our hands and our feeble hopes guiding us there. It'll be hard to manage, but at least we'll be free. It won't be paradise, it'll be something. I'm gonna do one more song. It's not by me, it's by Pat the Bunny, and it's called Song for a Netflix Account. Lay down an awful wreck, pissing out my window and smoking in bed. Don't die young, babe, just haven't had time to fuck up the same as the rest of us yet. I want nothing at all. I'd be driving drunk if I still got drunk. Rev the ignition straight onto oblivion, into a void as pure as they come. If we are dead yet, then let's not live as ghosts. And if we aren't in jail, then we can leave the house. And we'll show you that there's reason to hope in the spray paint that's all over downtown. So let's fill up our shopping carts with the things we need and just roll out the front door. Past the cashiers and security guards. Whoa. Let the magnets trip the wheel locks before we even clear the parking lot. Take off running through the neighbor's yard. Lay down an awful wreck, mumbling to myself about the government again, and maybe postmodernism's just an extended tantrum about how we don't have our flying cars yet. I want nothing from them. I'd smash every machine if I didn't own one. Rev the ignition straight onto oblivion, into a void as pure as they come. And if we are dead, then let's not live as ghosts. And if we are in jail, then we can leave the house. And show you that there's reason window open, the spray paint that's all over downtown. So meet me at the diner at 6 o'clock on every Wednesday night, and we'll have some coffee and pie. Whoa, it'll smile, tip the waiter, get a ride home. Thanks for the favor, and hope that that's enough to build a life. Is this enough to build a life? And that's what I have for you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Again, great crowd today, great performances. I've been having a real blast just seeing what everyone's put together. Next up is actually going to be Silas Maxwell Switzer, who's going to perform some poetry for you all today. And once again, donation link, donate if you can. Thank you so much.
Hi, folks. My name is Silas Maxwell Switzer. I use he, him pronouns. And I'm gonna read some poems for you today. I haven't really written or performed a lot in the last year, but here we are. So I've got one kind of goofy one, and then a couple more serious ones. This first one is about this raccoon that I had several interactions with on my porch last year. So it's called Ode to the Raccoon. Ode to the raccoon who won't stop stealing the cat food off my porch. Your criminal hands snatch pellet upon pellet, shovel them into your mouth, your jaws breaking the unending silence of darkness with a raucous crunch. Raccoon, sir, you are a mastermind. You wait until I have almost fallen into the waiting arms of sleep to begin your mysterious, crunching, clattering dance that I cannot help but investigate. I peer out my foggy bedroom window, and I watch you commit atrocities that you think no one else sees with your uncomfortably human hands. You throw the food bit into your mouth and chase it down with another, and another, and another. I stare in wonder at your genius. You know when you cannot be stopped. I will never forget the night you looked back at me. Your eyes shone bright like a television screen gone green, and you opened your mouth to release an unearthly, rumbling hiss like nothing I had ever heard before. I laughed from the safety of my well-sealed bedroom, until you used those criminal hands to lift the food bowl. The threatening mischief in your eyes was enough to wipe the smile from my face as you began to run across my porch with that little bowl dragging on the ground behind you. Raccoon, sir, you are a mastermind, drawing me out of the comfort of my quiet bedroom into the unending silence of darkness to reclaim what is mine. One day I will find you, and that little blue food bowl will be mine once again. Yeah, I had a lot of fun writing that. That's probably the only funny poem I've ever written. So this next one is called How to Make It to the Ocean. 1. Reckoning. There are no lovers here amongst the soil and the dust, and if I breathe, I choke. Tension in the air. We clean dirt from the undersides of our fingernails. You meticulously. I wasn't so careful. You tell me that it's a habit you picked up in your childhood, one that served you well enough that you never bothered to shake it when the tides came in. 2. Rebellion. The roads paved with concrete, and we have never walked this far before. Dust replaced with smog, burning cement, blisters on our feet. We walk closer now as cars move in on either side. One step off the yellow paint means breaking, promises unspoken left to hang in the air and blow away with the dust. Walk hand in hand in the hopes that we keep our balance when the tide comes in. 3. Revelation. Count the seconds to the sound of your heartbeat. Step after step, my hands, nails cracked and dirty, clutch yours. I look up and I have never seen anything so beautiful. Our feet sink into the sand. The water laps at our ankles. The tide has come in, and we no longer care because it is here where lovers are born. It is here we build our home. Okay. And then this last one I have is my only published piece. It's published in Lunch Ticket, if you want to go look me up there. It contains excerpts from Walt Whitman's Calamus Leaves. A draft of Walt Whitman's Calamus Leaves, in which it was originally titled Live Oak with Moss. And I really enjoyed the draft version. And so this has some excerpts of that in it. And it's titled From a Queer Man Who Grew Up with Whitman. 1. In the stillness, his face was inclined towards me, while the moon's clear beams shone, and his arm lay lightly over my breast. And that night, I was happy. That night, I was happy, and it was not moonlight I saw, but instead the orange glow of the lights that sit on your bedside table, the ones that give your face the softest edges, the ones that break my heart with how much I love you. 2. Does the tide hurry, seeking something and never give up? And I never really knew that you were everything I had been searching for since I was old enough to be left alone on the beach when my aunt told me that she would be back in a while, and I walked home alone as the sun set and the tide came in. The broken old man on the corner asked if I had a light or $1 to spare, and I told him that I, like him, was lost. I like to remember it as if you were there that day, as if you walked me home, as if you soothed my unsettled heart with the color of your eyes. They still look like the ocean to me. 3. I write these pieces and name them after it. I wish there was space on your skin for me to write every great love poem ever written and title each one with your name. I would be patient, gentle, treat each piece of you as delicately as God did when they built your perfect masterpiece. And I say God only because I cannot imagine that anything other than divine was able to contrive something as immaculate as you. 4. Publish my name and hang up my picture with that of the tenderest lover. There is nothing I want more than to make each of my truths known to you. To lay in bed, our bare skin the only thing between us, and I want to tell you every second of my life. To let you hold every memory in your hands. I want to kiss you in the warmth of the lights of your bedside table, and I want it to feel as if we have fallen into every lover's cliche. I want to watch you fall asleep with your head against my chest, and I want to let you break my heart every single night for the rest of my life. Well, I want to thank y'all for attending the concert. I hope you guys enjoyed mine and everybody else's performances. Please donate to the Big Idea if you have the change to spare. And thanks for watching. All right, and closing us out will be one of our regular performers, Jaqob Dorian, and Z will be performing some original songs. And we hope y'all just had a wonderful time.
Again, thank you everyone for performing. Thank you to everyone who came and donated. We've had a really great time here. We'll talk a little bit more after this performance, but just, thank you all so much, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Jaqob Dorian. I am 22. I use he, him, rotating zero and he, him pronouns. I've got a lineup of original songs. I hope you like them. Control is not something that comes too easily. But baby, what am I supposed to do? Got lost in hell again, and I lost my mind again. But maybe lost my mind. Now I see fear inside your eyes. Ain't it funny how I break apart? Ain't it funny how I lost my mind? I'll hold it back so you have time. And it's breaking out, I'm seeing red. Demon got out again. I fought the night away to live another day. But baby, the shivers in my skin, it severed parts of me. It severed everything. Now I'm just a ghost of what I've been. And ain't it funny, I lost my mind. Oh, I see fear inside your eyes. Ain't it funny, I break apart. Ain't it funny, I lost my mind. I'll hold it back so you have time. And it's breaking out, I'm seeing red. Ain't it funny, I lost my mind. Now I see fear in my own eyes. Ain't it funny, I break apart. Ain't it funny, I lost my mind. I'll hold it back so you have time. And it's breaking out, I'm seeing red. Demon got out again. Can't be your angel, darling. Can't be your savior. Never knew the words to save the day. But I could be the devil standing on your shoulder. If you need somebody to lead you astray. Claws creep deep, no breath because you sucked you dry. Feelings get intoxication, hope you're satisfied. Broken man, now comes that closer. They cut the pieces of your fallen warrior. Alcohol-filled hazes, crazes, keep the pain away. Here's a thought you ought to know it's temporary. Broken man, so lost you never knew the curse inside us sworn forever. Inside us sworn forever. Another pill to swill will take it down the hatch. You both know this act will never bring him back. Poisoned apples can't be real mercies. Then you'd rather spend your life in stories. I can't be your angel, darling. I can't be your savior. Never knew the words to save the day. But I could be the devil standing on your shoulder. If you need somebody to lead you astray. Lead, lead, lead. Okay.
retrace the scars and memories I thought I'd buried deep. Resurface thoughts that sound like records, broken melodies. Replay the broken promises, things you were meant to protect. You broke me down and didn't think about it, left to forget. Remember me, this kid you raised, you fought, you used. Remember this, tossed me aside when you were through. Remembering the lies, the pain across the years. I'm done with all these tears. I'm picking up all of the pieces of my former self. I'm brushing off all of the hopes and dreams you shot to hell. I'm brushing off all of the hell. I'm throwing out your name, all things about you that I learned. You broke me down and didn't think about it, weren't concerned. I'm picking up all of the pieces of my former self. I'm brushing off all of the hopes and dreams you shot to hell. I'm throwing out your name, all things about you that I learned. And don't you dare act concerned, remember me, this skinny race you fought, you used. Remember this, tossed me aside when you were through. Remembering the lies, the pain across the years. I'm done with all these tears. Remember me, the skinny race you fought, you used. Remember this, tossed me aside when you were through. Remembering the lies, the pain across the years. I'm done with all these tears. I'm done with all these tears. I'm done with all these tears. Lost in a lonely world, and it's the same every day. And lost is the only word that I've ever needed to say. I'm caught in a world alone, and every day is the same. And I've got nowhere to turn, and I don't know if I'll be okay. Hey, and I stay there, falling to pieces tonight, just becoming numb to the light, and just becoming numb to the light, and just becoming numb to the light, just becoming numb to the light. Gone are the days that I could show a smile that's real, and gone is the happiness, one of the few things I could feel. Tell me that I'll be alright, but you don't understand. And I write myself off and fade into no man's land. And I stay there, falling to pieces tonight, just becoming numb to the light, and just becoming numb to the light, becoming numb to the light. Just becoming numb to the light. Hey, 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 Thank you.
Alrighty, one final thank you to everyone who attended, everyone who performed, everyone who donated. We really appreciate everyone who is involved with this project. The final total for the amount of money that we've raised will be in the chat, which I think is that way.
I've been pointing this way the whole time, so I really hope it's this way. But
It
if
might
it's
not
this
be.
way,
Sorry.
then sorry
But
for confusing everyone.
the final total will be announced in the chat if it hasn't already, so you guys can know how much you've helped us out. If you feel inclined to make a last-minute donation, that donation link is still open in the video description.
And if you want to find out more about the Big Idea, all the great work they do, maybe even pay them a visit yourself, the link to their website should be in the video description. And if you want to find out more about us as an organization, all of our social media and things like that should also be linked in the description. If you're interested in following up with any of our performers, we're going to link as much information as they want us to link in the description as well. Can't guarantee that all of them will have artist pages or SoundClouds or anything like that, but, you know, we'll give you as much as they feel comfortable.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out to us through any of that social media if you have any questions.
And once again, thank you to everyone who performed. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight. And I hope that everyone has a great night.
Me too.